Big Boss.
We killed Big Boss.
We did? Alright, welcome to Company of Heroes 2, multiple videos edition. What is going on?
Everything.
I'm confused by this right here.
You see, at the beginning of the match, every single player apparently just scrolls around looking at everything.
Oh, so okay, the right side video is Dakota's opponent, and the left side video is Dakota. And we're playing Company of Heroes 2, a real-time strategy game developed by Relic and Scout War 2.
And
Take it away.
is actually doing the follow cam for each player.
Okay, this is a nice setup. Like, nice meme.
That's Eric.
Oh yeah, I'm Captain
This isn't our
Rose.
first video. I think they can figure it
know.
out.
Yeah, shut the fuck up, Will.
Okay, fine.
This isn't even the first video you've been in.
I know.
Yeah, you've actually been featured in multiple videos.
I know.
Congratulations. You're like a regular member of the family now. I like the top half. I get to see the zoomed in soldiers, and then the left side I can see them running far away. This is nice.
Well, you see,
I know that's for the score. I know.
yes, but
Oh,
let's
shit,
see.
okay.
We've got MGs coming out from the German side,
Yes.
and
who's playing?
the Soviets are
What's-
actually getting out like Penal Battalion.
Oh shit. Those are close range soldiers with body armor.
No,
Who've done bad things.
they don't have body armor.
Well, okay, listen.
They have flamethrowers and
They
satchel
have spirit
charges.
armor, okay?
Yeah, they're strong. Russia's strong. Alright, so basically in this game, you gotta capture points in order to control the map.
It's like
And then with
Battlefield DRTS.
Yeah, think Battlefront. Think Battlefront. You played that game. Capture points, ticks down your opponent's score, it leaves your score the same. You get the point. We got Soviets, and we got the Germans? Which Germans are you?
Ostier, the Eastern Front
Ostier.
Germans.
Eastern Front Germans versus the Soviets. So you're playing Soviets in this, right? Or no?
No, I'm playing Germans.
Okay, you're playing Germans.
In preparation for the Brits, because they have a similar playstyle.
Oh, okay.
Really
Mhm.
defensive.
Shit, we got some shooting going on. Got some shooting, some backing away.
Some,
My mind is fucked, by the way. I can't. This mini screen.
This is
This is really hard to follow.
okay. So what are the Germans? What are the Austrians known for?
Yeah, what do they do?
in this game,
What makes them cool?
so
Cool things.
you can actually, their main HQ building immediately starts off, you can build MGs. Which cause, if they fire at troops that are in the open, it causes suppression and they can't move. And what I've done is I put an MG in the center house there and just completely locked down that surrounding area from infantry.
No, that is cool. That is very cool. Why should we play the Soviets? Why should we play your enemy?
They're really, like, they're really mobile.
Yeah.
Like, you get a lot of, like, they have a lot of good light vehicles at the moment and a lot of good cheap infantry, so you can just spread out across the map. So,
Soviet industry is strong. And you'll see on the right-hand side, right screen, that there's this MG nest in that building.
yep, nice ping.
Like a country club somehow. There's no drinks to be had.
The thing with the Germans is that they get a lower amount of units that cost a lot more and take up a lot more of the pop cap.
Yeah,
So
but
you'll notice the Soviet player will actually like eventually get like 6 or so squads, while I'll only have like 3 of my basic infantry.
yeah, so they kind of quantity over quality, where your side is the opposite. And you're on the purple side, right? Or you're blue? Purple. Alright, so purple is the one we're supposed to be rooting for. Don't get excited when purple side dies. Unless you want us to fail. Yeah, go Nazis. Oh shit, I hate saying that. I like the Soviets better. Oh, he's currently got
Play
you.
Soviets.
I know I do. I play Soviets in this game because I really love their, I don't know, man, I just like having 6 soldiers over 4. I just feel like I have feel more secure, man. I feel like if I lose 2, it's like, still got 4.
See, with the Germans, you don't really
you
lose the
lose
soldiers because they actually, take cover and shoot back with machine guns and
Yeah,
not,
I know. My
not
soldiers
shitty bolt action rifles.
Yeah, my soldiers are
Don't
retarded.
talk about Mosins like that.
Yeah, Mosin's won the war with sheer numbers. if you the Russian general's idea of good strategy is
He's
to fire
literally
bullets.
bury them in Moses.
Yeah, you'll hit. Yeah, there you go. Bury them in woodstock, polished Moses.
I'm gonna
And
say
just kill everyone.
infield number 9 best rifle.
From the fighting birds. Not the not that one rifle that I can't think of right now.
Grand?
Yeah, there you go.
I know you're partial to the Grand.
Grand. Yeah.
Ping, okay, everyone shoot at the guy.
Shock troops can now be used to crush the
This is
enemy.
very intense in my eyes. I'm gonna like be really good at figuring out what's going on.
Everything
By
is
the
going
time.
on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
at least the
everything is
colors are the same.
Yeah, on both sides. Thank fucking Christ. Because otherwise, man, I would be severely fucked watching this video.
So if you notice that his conscripts were actually flanking my guys, so
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they're not getting the full cover bonus. And
Oh,
they have a
shit.
flamethrower, and flamethrowers ignore cover, so they're taking full damage.
That's bad, man. That's very bad. You need to get out of there.
That squad actually got taken down to 2 guys.
Oh, that's pretty bad. That's like half the squad for Germans. If you were on the Soviets, you'd have lost like 3/4 of your squad, man.
He's making a mistake by running back and forth across the road though, because that's negative cover and they take bonus damage.
Yes, this game has a cover system where, you know, different types of objects provide different types of cover. So obviously a road is empty and not full of anything, so you'll take like 100% more damage to your units on that. Whereas trees are like kind of medium cover, trees and bushes, and then like things like tractors or like big bales of hay or heavy cover for some reason. Sometimes bales of hay will just like take a shell right on the chin and you should be fine.
Although to
Your
be fair,
soldiers-
like the heavy explosives will blow up.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Walls and stuff. It's all destructible and it's all quite fun to hide your stuff around.
And then the tank
Watch-
just drives through the wall. because they're-
Yeah, it's crushes all your soldiers. Yeah, that's pretty sad.
See, if you'll
It
notice,
takes- yeah.
my guys right there are in heavy cover behind those wooden slabs.
Yes, there you go. That's an example of heavy cover versus heavy cover.
And
Unfortunately,
grenade.
grenades are bad. His opponent did not move his squad. They got buffed. I mean, they got buffed. They got vet. Troops will gain veterancy as they continue fighting, and
That's why you want
it
to
can
keep
go up
them
to 3
alive.
for the Soviets, 3 for the Soviets, and up to 5 for the Germans.
Actually, 3 for
And,
these Germans. It's
oh, 3 for
the other
those
Germans that
particular
get fired.
Oh fuck, scout car incoming.
Scout car.
So scout car, light vehicle.
In the veterancy systems, it's really important to preserve your squads. You don't want to lose all your guys. You can save like
Yes.
1 or 2, run away, and
Yeah,
get more
if
guys.
you're new,
regenerated.
like, yeah, it's better to just lose some.
The enemy is encroaching
Yeah,
on
like
their
actually,
It's better to just lose some territory than lose a squad.
losing a whole squad is actually crippling in this game.
Yes,
Like-
very
like
bad.
late game
For a new
that-
player like me.
Will end it for you.
Oh,
Also, scout car out before the Russians have any anti-tank.
Yeah, so building anti-tank guns and rocket launchers is pretty important to do at least one preemptively so that you're not caught out like this is happening right now. It's pretty bad.
I believe he researches AT grenades right after this, though, which is
Yes,
something conscripts get.
Yeah,
Conscripts are the basic infantry and they
would have
can,
been better to have the AT grenades.
yeah,
now.
before that you
Maybe
built
a
that.
little bit in the future.
So they
Yeah,
can-
because as the Austere, your end goal is vehicles, so the Russians do want to get AT at some point.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, when I play Russians, I build that first automatically. It might be a noob move, but I just do it just because like a
It's
scout
so
car.
useful.
Well, I have to run away from with my 3 squads instead of standing there. And if at least one gets a grenade off, it's gonna slow the car down a lot.
Especially since
So
that's
make
only a light
squads.
vehicle, so it's gonna take
Yeah.
a ton of damage from an AT grenade. As
Yeah.
opposed to just
Unlike later on.
yeah, a tank will just the engine's slightly damaged.
Yeah, it's annoying. A scout car will probably take half health if I get a good shot. So yeah, it's pretty important. And if you get 2 of them off, you might even get a kill, which will let your squads faster. Since oh shit, they're just facing it down and standing in the middle of the road. Oh
Well,
my.
you see, because I was driving at them, and troops will automatically get out of the way of an oncoming vehicle, so they ran out into the road.
That's bad.
Are you telling me you herded them around
Yes.
Yeah.
like a sheepdog?
Yeah.
The Germans
Sheepdog
of sheepdog.
Hey, that is where the most proficient sheepdogs come from. The German Shepherd, bro. I saw a video of a German Shepherd, like biting someone in the neck and like flipping them over his shoulder, the dog's shoulder. Like he like spun around their neck and flipped a grown man onto the floor. Like they trained a dog to do that. It took him like a year and a lot of money to do it, but like the dog can like fucking body slam you. Like you're fucked, dog. Like, I don't care how strong you are. The dog leaps and spins around your neck and flips you on the floor. Ogre. Speaking of which, there are no dogs in this game.
Although the Russians are building a light tank.
Oh yeah, they're researching a T-70? Okay, I was gonna say T-40, but I don't know the unit names yet. I know the T-34. That's my favorite tank. That's like the medium battle tank that they get later. But a T-70 is not a good choice here, I don't think. I think they should have just waited for this.
So I think in a head-to-head engagement, the T-70 would beat the scout car.
For
The problem
sure,
is the
but
scout car is so fast you can flank it and take rear shots.
Yeah, we should probably talk about
Oh, by the way, all the armored vehicles have like front and rear armor. So you'll actually have like tanks, just like if people are shooting at the front of the tank, like they'll just completely bounce all the shots. Well, if you'll notice like rear armor in there, so it's taking you like bonus damage and one straight rear armor when I'm shooting at the back.
Yep, so there's a chance to pierce front armor, but it's rather low. Oh wow, you lost your scout car there.
Head-to-head engagement. I should have just kept driving around.
For sure, or you should have just backed off and you know got some AT and then came back in. But hey, man, and he's probably gonna clear out your gun battery there too, isn't he? Or he's just driving around
Actually,
until
I
landmine.
placed the mine down earlier.
Is it dead? I
Yep,
can't see. It's dead.
No, it's abandoned actually.
Oh, so you can go retake it, which I'm guessing you do.
I believe I tried to.
Yeah, okay.
Oh yeah, he's trying
Man,
to, and they get pinned down by the machine gun.
Oh man, that's really. He knew it was there. He threw a grenade. I respect that, but I get a T gun and just plink away at it, dog, or get flamethrowers. Well, he didn't lose his squad there for that.
Yeah, it was abandoned.
Oh,
I just
you
take
did
it and
reclaim
drive
it.
away.
Oh, it's so unfortunate. And he can't AT it at all to clear it. You
So,
can get some shots.
When you
Dang.
take a vehicle to 0 health, there's a chance that it will either ignore being destroyed and just have its main gun destroyed, or it will be destroyed and instead of being a wreck, it will be a abandoned, where any infantry can just jump in and take it.
Yeah. And same thing with like tank shots on tanks. Sometimes they can get lucky, like main battle gun destroyed, and you'll need to go repair your tank. The tank won't be destroyed, but you can't fire it because you destroyed the barrel, which is pretty cool that this game simulates that a little bit. It's rather
more of an
unfortunate.
arcade game, not a sim, but it does have stuff like that.
Yeah, stuff like that. I didn't mean like a simulation, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It has mechanics that are kind of interesting. This game really focuses on individual like squads of units and kind of micromanagement more than sort of a different style of RTS, like maybe something like StarCraft.
You don't really macro and base build that much. There's a fairly small number of buildings. It's mainly about like.
Yeah. There's like 4 buildings per group, and they're just basic upgrade buildings. You generate resources automatically from your captured territory,
So
but
you want to constantly be on the offensive.
Yeah, it forces you not to kind of defensively build units. Well, some types of players do, but most players just want to.
If you do play defensively, like sort of how the Austria do, it's you set up like a big defensive line and then like poke out from it. You don't just sit
there and build up like in other games. I mean, I'm nothing against those other games at all. Just this game seems really fun to me when I just play it and I'm just like having a little pitched battle in the middle of the map.
And even like as you've noticed, it's like pitched battles from the start of the game.
Yeah, everything. At the end of the game, there'll be like ruined houses and broken walls, and there's like craters from artillery and airplanes that you can, hide your troops in. The destructible terrain becomes like cover for troops, which is super cool. I love that mechanic as well. quite nice.
So you see a
So you have an AT gun pointing
yep, a Pack 40.
Pack 40, big old shells.
And it's a good thing too because he's building more
More
vehicles.
tanks. And
Yeah,
his
as soon as I
squad
saw
is
he got
tank.
up to T70, it was like, I need something.
Yeah.
to do with
Forces
that.
are attempting to capture
Yeah, the
our
T-70s. Yeah, it's not good, man. He really needs to be more efficiently trading with your T-70. He could be like, tossing an AT grenade at it and then running.
Yeah, he could
But
definitely
instead, he's kind of
cripple
crashing
it and
into
force
it.
me to
and-
repair it.
Pioneers reporting objective
I mean, he has to know that it's going to be on the front lines a lot.
So
Yeah,
he has
isn't
built
squad-
a
Oh
the
shit.
vehicle he built is meant for killing tanks and vehicles. Well, not necessarily heavy tanks, but light vehicles and medium tanks.
Yeah, it's a tank.
But I
hunter.
think he could have
It's
been
got a
doing
big old-
damage before this.
Absolutely, I agree. His infantry could be picking away slightly with their anti-tank upgrade, but I just haven't seen him do it. Oh, that's a good shot.
His attention doesn't seem to be like super divided.
No, what is our
Either.
opponent's
He seems
name?
to-
By the way? You should probably call him by something other than your opponent. Do we know his name? Smoke. Okay, Smoke.
Yeah, it seems like he has
I'm sorry,
the
Smoki.
APM to do it. I guess I don't know.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
got the money that he could be
He's really
upgrading his
focused
stuff.
on like fighting in the center.
Yeah, he is, and he's losing a lot of. You can tell by the sort of differences between your army sizes at this point in the game. You're almost you're up 3 squads on him, and one of them is repairing at the base. It's just not very good.
Yeah,
He's also got 2 flamers.
you don't want to be
It's
losing.
not
You
efficient.
don't want to be losing squads like that. And the flamers is a big munition sink that he could have been spending on AT grenades.
Yeah, munitions being one of the resources you generate from different types of control points around the map, and you have to actually consume them like every time you use an AT grenade on your troops.
The munitions are used like exclusively on abilities or weapon grades.
Upgrades, yeah, like your hero units would use mana, but it doesn't regenerate automatically. You sort of have to make sure that you have the munitions points to use builds. Ooh, your rockets in this build.
Panzer.
He's kind of charging you Panzer pulse.
They're not good, but it's... Although you can occasionally just...
Man, he's really just aggressively running.
He's really
really
aggressive.
Yeah, that's almost stupidly suicidal.
He had cover there too. Was the thing he could have come up to the east a little bit through those houses.
I don't like...
Pushing right
All of my
into you.
units were further south, so they couldn't stop them from running up to the
Oh, this one squad. Oh, you got a nice grenade off there. It kind of got your MG with some damage. MGs are, you know,
I know...
they're more susceptible to grenades than normal because they have to set up before they can run, so they kind of usually take damage from grenades worse than your normal infantry.
Oh, it goes
squad.
for all like support weapons like that AT gun as well. And you'll notice like
And the-
when they get destroyed, the crew dies, but the weapon stays there, and I actually recrewed it with my engineers.
Yes, and same goes for him. If he takes out one of your mortars or your anti-tank guns, he can actually run up his infantry and recapture those. And he's doing a big.
Why is he
infantry-
positioning his guys so open?
Yeah, he really likes to run out into stuff, and it worked out here. But
I mean, it works out when he has more people like he does now,
Yeah.
but he's doing it when he's even.
Yeah,
I think
know.
it would be better if Soviet
There's a
infantry
house
have-
right there.
Yeah, Soviet infantry have an ability called Hurrah, which is they get a speed bonus. He actually used it right there. If he had been using that more in the open cover, that would be better.
he's really running into your MG there. But he's being very, very aggressive. Like he didn't need to do that. You know, he was trying to chase down a squad that's retreating. When squads retreat, they run like very, very fast, and had 4 units left.
But they
Like,
actually
it's
take
not good.
more damage when they're retreating. I believe slightly
Yeah,
more.
but he's not going to get a squad wipe from that, right? He's not going to kill it on 4 units
Not
when
that
they're that
close to my
the
base. Yeah.
No, absolutely not. So here's your counter push coming out here, setting up the NGs. And,
So what I think he's trying to do is because I've held on. You don't want the
shit.
Germans to hold onto the fuel point for so long because that means they're going to have an easier time getting a tank out.
oh, that grenade was pretty. That was a pretty grenade on his part. Man, I'm sorry. That was pretty. He got like 4 units with that.
I think
Yeah.
he's just trying to end the game early before I can get tanks
Yeah.
out.
He's rushing with his penal squads just up the side and just really trying to Helo squads being good anti-infantry squads, they're really cheap. Oh, that's squad wipe.
He wipes my squad. And
Wait,
that was a veterancy squad too.
Well, are those shocks or penals? Looks like shocks to me.
He does have, is it the big shield? Yeah, that's shots.
Yeah, okay, so those are actually not penal troops, those are shock troopers which
So
have body armor.
They're incredibly expensive, but like he said, they have body armor and BPSHs.
And anti-infantry grenades. So basically, like they're called shock troops, and they just they try to intimidate and bully enemies. And they do a great job of rushing. You get really scared when they start rushing your support weapons.
Yeah, because if they get close, everything is
They'll
dead.
just slaughter it. Yeah, they have really good close range weapons. And he's doing a really nice classic pincer maneuver here.
And he
I
uses
like
the
this
smoke.
guy.
So the way smoke works in this game,
Oh,
it's a line of sight.
Oh,
right. Wow, you're lucky you got out. Oh boy, here comes the tank hunter, right? Is that a tank hunter on you?
No, that's a Panzer IV.
Panzer IV! Shout out to girls in Panzer.
what does he have to answer that Panzer for?
He has
Grenades?
no, he has the mobile AT gun or the self-propelled AT gun, but oh wait, he also has a Zis gun, which is the Soviet AT.
Yeah, Soviet anti-tank.
But
gun
it's
in place.
like even if the Panzer IV gets shot by it, it's gonna have plenty of time to get away because it has so much armor.
Yeah, Panzer IV being one of the best medium tanks in the game. Just fantastic armor, fantastic damage. It doesn't swipe squads nearly as much as some of the bigger tanks, but it's definitely really effective against other tanks.
Like cost-wise.
Yeah, cost-wise. Cost per tank. It's not going to match up. It's going to match up great against the rest of the T-34 medium tank that he should be building, and he is building one?
No.
I don't know. He should be. He definitely should have one out by now. And if he doesn't have a second AT,
Well,
he should get one in case.
I mean, yeah, he has 147 fuel right now.
Yeah, he should definitely be cranking out a tank. And fuel being
What's a reasonable amount of money to float in this game?
Yeah,
So the only reason he should have
Ooh.
600 manpower and 150 fuel is because he's saving for a tank. That is the only reason to have that.
Yeah. What has he got there that's firing this sort of rocket barrage tank that he's got?
Oh, that's just the self-propelled AT gun. So all
Okay.
the Soviet AT guns can fire low velocity shells for the launch with.
Okay, so it's kind of like a mortar that can drive.
Yeah.
That's nice. So he's using it there to kind of push your guys off that post. It doesn't fare well against your Panzer though, does it? Unless it connects directly. I guess your Panzer will just fuck him up.
I mean, it can pin and hurt it pretty bad, but
If you get sight on your Panzer, he can just hurt it from pretty far away.
yeah, it has really long range. But if like the Panzer catches it off guard, it's dead.
Bad, yeah. So what he did there is he threw a smoke with his oh wow, he threw a smoke with his shock troops trying to rush in, but they got pinned by a MG behind it, and then they got hit by a grenade while they were pinned, so they lost them.
So
Oh shit.
that's a flame tank.
Oh, that is a Russian flame tank, and your troops are rushing right into
But
the...
that flame tank ain't gonna help him against the Panzer, is it?
No, but it's gonna
I mean,
crush all
it
of
It's
has
them.
gonna kill everything else.
It is a heavy tank, so my Panther's gonna have a hard time killing it, but it's
But again, like Will said, what's fire gonna do against the tank? Well, I know what it's gonna do. Oh, that's an unfortunate shot right there, but that was a pretty long-range flame shot. Yeah, that thing's like the mouth of hell. It's a big armored flamethrower. Intimidation weapon.
you can switch it to a regular tank shot, but it's not. You don't want to do that.
No.
It's bad.
Yeah, so what he's gonna do with it, I hope, is that he's gonna kind of sort of use that as his vanguard and try to crush your AT emplacements or MGs and then get around with his infantry.
Yep.
And then once you get to T-34, oh man, you're flanking this tank there. Oh, is it dead? Oh, it's for sure. Oh man, you got rear armor. You're unfortunately in a 2v1 situation. I mean, these tanks are perfect.
And it's got a damaged engine. It's not considered.
Oh, wow. That's your 3v1 right there. Committed too hard.
I wasn't counting
That's
on
really
it.
harsh for you, isn't it?
It
It's pretty
is.
punishing.
How much investment is that from you?
That's
Yeah.
over 100 fuel.
What, like, in terms of how bad is that?
If
Is that very bad?
so, if I hadn't been holding onto the fuel for as long as I had, that might have been
So, but you've been sitting at an advantage for so long, you can kind of sit a little bit and
Yes.
be okay.
Okay, so you did throw a little bit there.
Yes, I did.
Okay, I get you. Oh, wow. What
Incendiary
is that?
artillery.
Incendiary artillery from you or from him?
From him.
Ah, so he's trying to keep you off.
I would
that.
hope
But
that's
it,
from
it missed all of my guys.
Oh, that's a really bad.
it hit your house with guys on it.
Yeah.
No,
So now
if it
he's
hit
gonna
the
be-
house would be on fire. It hit next to the house.
Engineers
So
ready for
now that he's
assignment.
beaten your tank, he's really got free reign with his flame tank there.
And he's not
You can't
doing
push up.
anything with
He
it.
needs to push right now.
Well,
Yeah.
it's broken from the Panzer.
Yeah,
and the-
it is
you know,
damaged, but he can push with all his infantry.
Yeah,
he
his
needs to
infantry-
push like right now, doesn't he?
Yeah,
He
he
was-
needs
He
to.
was repairing actually in base. I saw him. He
Yeah.
was recurring his infantry, which you can do if you don't have a squad. You can send it to base and repair air quotes your infantry and restock them with new troops.
Reinforced.
And they'll say cool stuff like your counterpart died a hero, you know, shit like that. Like that's kind of cool. They acknowledge that they're fresh from the battlefield.
But I feel like it would be better to grab some. Maybe keep the super damaged tank back, but with everything else.
Yeah,
you
I
don't
think
lose the tank.
just leave the tanks back there being repaired. And the thing is, he has so many guys that aren't really doing anything. Like, he only sent one squad each to the 2 victory points.
Yeah, he did claim them, but he's not gonna be able to for sure hold this flawlessly. Like your troops are vet 3s, so it's gonna be really rough.
Yeah, he's gonna need a few squads there. For
That's
that.
a good nade. I mean, that's
Yeah.
good. And that
This guy's
did.
spot on with his nades. I'll give him that.
He loves his nades. Man. He's spamming shot troops out like a motherfucker.
He's constantly at almost no munitions because he's using them all the
Yeah.
time. But yeah, he's got all those guys just sitting in the middle there.
Yeah, he does. There's a ton of
I
units
mean,
there.
there's nothing wrong with keeping your money.
Although that did bait out your flame tank there. And, you were forced to retreat if all that bullshit tomfuckery was going on. Fucking flame tank. That's a real life thing. That really happened. That's incredible, man. Incredible facts of history of this game. I didn't even know that until I played this. Didn't know that was a real
Glorious
thing.
flame tanks.
Glorious flame tank. Now he's finally clearing out your MG nest.
My highest veterancy MG.
Yeah, 3 vet MG, which means it fires faster. It
No,
probably
not
gets
faster,
up-
it just is way more accurate and suppresses faster. It also gets an ability where it can shoot, like
He's got
incendiary.
that squad in there kind of deep by itself.
Yeah, he does.
does.
But he's supporting him with the flame tank.
But I've got my AT gun.
Yeah, he needs to be rushing your AT. If he's gonna do that, there he goes. He's rushing your AT, but it's covered by MG, so they're just gonna get, they're just gonna get pinned down and get
And die.
surrounded and killed. Yeah. That was a vet 2 squad. He just rushed in there and wasted it. Oh man, this is really not good for him. He's really down a lot of victory points, as you can see on the top of the screen. He really hasn't done a lot of.
Constantly push straight into my base.
Yeah, he hasn't tried to hold anything, and he also should have had a T-34 out by now.
So, like,
I've never seen him push west, really.
Yeah,
he'll send, like, a lone squad to try and cap it.
I think he just wants to enjoy the thrill of this game's combat, watching stuff die. It's really fun in this game.
You know, like, once he pushes me back this far, he can get his conscripts to build sandbags in the center.
Yeah, and then there's another grenade on top of your MG, which is, and it's good, but he really loves doing that.
I'm not mentioning
I'm not mentioning what.
the big ass tank there.
Oh boy, is that a panther?
No.
Or is that an
That's
elephant?
That's an elephant.
Oh boy, tell me about the elephant. Tell me more.
It's the,
Why is it called an elephant?
the largest tank destroyer in the game.
So it's a big fucking fat boy who just blows up big
Who
tanks.
slowly wobbles around and shoots a big shell that kills things.
That's awesome.
So,
I thought it might have been a panther.
I noticed at the beginning of the match, that he had 2 commanders that both had heavy tanks. So I was just thinking to myself, I need something that can kill that. So I took
Absolutely.
the commander that gets the elephant and just preemptive. Oh no, not preemptively. He already has a KV flame tank, so
Yeah,
it's like
big-
that's gonna counter that. It can just shoot straight through it.
Oh, absolutely. So, commanders are another thing that goes on in this game. Each of the 4 factions gets lots of different commanders. I think they get 5 each, right?
Even more.
Even more than that. And each commander has a slightly different variation of how they play. Some are focused on infantry, some tanks, some support guns, some even aircraft.
Like the Soviet guy here, he gets shock troops and heavy tanks with his commander.
Yes. Yeah, it's
You
pretty
can
good.
kind of think of them as sort of like taking gods in Asian mythology.
Yes.
There you go. Yeah, there's a Greek, there's a Greek group, but then they could pick Zeus, Hades, and they would get slightly different abilities on the
Maybe
same
get
troops.
different upgrades or
Yep.
whatever.
Yeah. They kind of change the flavor of the game. So now that you've got this big old elephant, it's gonna stomp all over this fire tank
And
Super long range
I
shot.
am keeping it in the back though, because
He doesn't
the
even know
elephant
about-
doesn't have a turret, so it can only shoot what's in front of it.
Oh, okay. So it doesn't rotate; it just fires straight.
Well, not like dead straight. The gun can change like left and right a little, it just can't turn around. But so it can get flanked easily if you don't like back it up. So I've been like
Yeah.
keeping AT near it and just kind of keeping it in the back where it has really long range, so it can stay there.
So about
Oh,
those sandbags, it looks like they would be really helping you in the middle there.
Yeah.
What's the cost of building those? Just time?
And how does that work?
Like maybe like 120 to like 200 manpower. That's not really much at all.
Yeah, and they can build up. They build up heavy green cover.
Yes.
The troops can actually construct cover, which I believe is an exclusive to a Soviet thing, or can other troops do that as well?
Some other troops can, but the big thing with Soviets is their basic troops can't. While like other
Okay.
factions would need engineers to do that.
Oh, okay, I see. That's cool. That's pretty cool because a lot of the times you don't run engineers at your front line. You kind of keep them back to build and support.
At most you'll
prepare your
have only,
tanks.
yeah, and at most you'll have only 1 or 2 engineer squads.
Right, because they usually get the flamethrowers on most factions. Flamethrowers being, of course, good anti-infantry.
See, if instead of just like rushing in, if he like built some sandbags like right behind that point.
He'd be in good shape. He's pushing you off a lot because fucking vet 3
You just
shock.
can't hold it.
God help you against vet 3 shock troops. They're gonna slaughter anything that's not behind the field. Those things are scary. Unless you had like big elite troops that your side gets, very difficult to clear those guys out.
At close range.
At close range, anyway. Of course, you keep them back, and they run into like a light tank.
Or they run into MG3s. The
Yeah,
MGs
big-
with that 3s in the building of MG3s.
Right.
They probably
Oh,
lose that.
another smoke grenade. These are the red pins. These red pins, and when you get like that, you actually can't move. Under
So-
yellow,
Yeah, yellow they can still kind of crawl around and shoot back. Red pins they can't move or shoot.
But that squad got down to looks like 1 guy.
so he's actually done an excellent positioning here and used the incendiary bombing, and then rushed his troops directly at you, so that you're kind of forced to run at the bad angle.
Yep.
Can't really run through the fire. That was a really
And
good
right
play.
now, I feel like you should sandbag, like, even before capping the point, just put something there.
Put
Yeah.
something down so that you're just if you.
That's all he
insist
needs.
on- Because that way, if he rushes in and it doesn't work, he can just kind of crouch behind the sandbag and return fire a little bit before retreating. But so he's got 2 AT guns, and I don't see. Okay, I'm not seeing anything other than that flame tank. He really needs a
Like
tank
a T-
destroyer
Or just yeah.
or
Or
just
some
any tank.
T-34s that can just flank it.
Yeah, T-34s.
Because he knows I have the other thing.
Yeah, he definitely knows you have that elephant, and he's triple capped you right now, hasn't he?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's triple
So-
capped.
so when you're
All he
triple
needs to
cap-
do is hold on to what he has.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just needs to like dig it.
What was his name again?
Smoki.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
Smoki. That's why he's making all the grenades.
That's like I get it. He's really not good at preventing forest fires, as I can see.
No, he actually wants to cause them. So it's insane.
Yeah, he's Smoki as before he was before he got that job. Yeah, he had to go to community service for like 10,000 hours to do all these fucking commercials. He's really just a bad dude, but when he was doing that community service, he realized how bad forest fires actually are, and it did change his ways. Another fucking grenade, man.
Oh, and the
Although
tank
that
shot
was great.
almost wiped the squad.
Yeah, in this game, if your graphics settings are up and high enough, when a tank fires at an infantry squad, you can actually see dudes get like disintegrated, like in just a blood pinata, as we call it in anime. It's pretty gruesome and great at the same time. So your what vehicle was that there? The purple vehicle that was just firing at the squad. Was that your elephant?
No, that was another Panzer IV.
Ah, you have two Panzer IVs and an elephant, or you just have one.
The other Panzer IV died.
Right. Oh yeah, ripped that Panzer IV. Man.
Dead because he ran into 3 things.
Yes.
Yeah, 3 tanks and 1 AT.
Although I can't do much now because he's got, what, 2 AT guns and then the mobile AT. The self-propelled.
Yeah, having those AT, look at this defensive line right here. Your tanks, your Panzer IV is gonna roll right up into that, and unfortunately, you're gonna realize it right quick.
The thing is, I've got the infantry there to push them back.
Yeah, of course the mobile ATs carrying that big old gun around, they can't really return fire with small arms. So it's kind of forced to move them around, which when they're moving, they're not firing at the tanks, and the tanks will get more damage.
And when they're running, they're not. They're not hiding. To make them get shot easier.
Yeah, so this is a really good push. Oh man, here comes the tank push. That was pretty good.
That's
Flat. They almost turned into food.
are securing our territory.
a bunker going up by the victory point there.
Yes. What does a bunker do?
You can upgrade it to do different things. In this case, it's getting an MG in it to like pin squads.
Squads that run up, so you're kind of forced to use flame tanks, or shell it. I noticed neither one of you have built any mortars. Why is that? Is this just not a good map for it? It's kind of too open, too large.
Oh,
for that.
I haven't built mortars because he hasn't. But he's only just now got support weapons like AT guns that are static.
Okay.
While he should have got at least like 1 mortar against me because I just had machine guns sitting on my side of the map.
Yeah. Mortars, of course, being just really, really good at clearing out those static support guns, and even I've even played games where my engineers repairing tanks have been picked off by like long-range heavy mortars, and really fucking pisses me off when that happens. Here comes another blob push from you, no offense. Lots of blob there. Blobbing up, going to the mid. Blobbing is a slang term for when your groups, well,
You
blob together.
just select all of your units and click
Units
where you
and
wanna go.
click on
1A.
Yeah, 1A. So that's kind of frowned upon in this game because of how grenades and other tank fireworks it can
Our artillery
easily
could just easily wreck people.
wipe your whole group, and you really want to.
And you're not.
Like what's
flanking.
happening right now.
Yeah, like what's happening right now is just, oh wow, that was a juicy shot right there. Man, that was.
And they
that's
actually
very-
run back into the artillery.
That's very bad. Yeah, those 3 squads didn't really stand up, and then here comes the flame troops to kind of clean up, make sure you're not returning fire. You really don't want to stand close to those flame troops. They'll shred infantry real fast. Man, that's bad. Another thing I should lightly talk about is the music in this game is dynamic. When conflict is happening, it swells and gets louder, and it's just really cool. It's just a nice touch. More smoke. Even though he's
Crawling
already...
away from the machine guns. It didn't help though because I've got units that can see behind that smoke, so the MG can still fire.
Which units are those, and how does that work?
The units to the left there. So
Yeah?
the way that this game has really nice like dynamic line of sight, to where like any obstruction, including like smoke, or if like a tank blows up, the like fire will create smoke, and even just like regular objects like trees or bushes and stuff like that all causes you to lose vision of an area of the map, instead of like older RTS where your units can just see everything around them.
Yeah, they're just like eagle-eyed geniuses who can see over walls and see past smoke in the trees and shit like that. That's pretty interesting.
The problem there is while that smoke grenade did block the MG, I had units on the other side of it that could see, his units.
Oh, they
coming.
could see right. They could see like not over
They
it,
could
but
see
they
around
could
it.
see
Yeah.
around it. There you go. They were hiding behind the wall and taking fire.
And they can cite it for it.
Yes.
Yeah, they can. Yeah,
That's how
basically.
it goes.
That's how that thought goes. Exactly. So, does this game have a lot of commander abilities that you would use? Like, stuff like the flame artillery. Is that really common to use in this game? Because I know a lot of other games like Command and Conquer do that. You can use a lot of commander abilities, bombers and such.
It really
like
depends on your
common-
commander. Like, some have a lot of abilities like that, others don't.
Right.
Like each of our commanders right now only have one artillery each. In his case, he gets the incendiary. In my case, I get a stupid dive bomb. There are like, depending on which one it is, they can be like really useful tools. Like his incendiary comes down so fast, it's kind of hard to dodge unless you're like on point.
Oh, is that a Katusha?
It is.
That's
So
what
he
a
finally
Katusha
built
is one of my-
artillery to
Yeah.
remove my emplacements.
Yeah, so a Katusha is, of course, that thing you're seeing there on the right screen. It's this big, giant missile launcher truck, and it's my favorite, one of my favorite Soviet units, because the name is fun to say. And every maybe 30-45 seconds, it can fire a large barrage of missiles. It's inaccurate as fuck, but it's scary as hell.
The problem there was that he should have moved it a bit closer, because like the further away, obviously, the less accurate it is, and you kind of want it hitting on point and killing guys.
Oh yeah, and I've gotten squad wipes with single missiles before, just being pure luck.
It does a lot of damage.
Oh wow, what did he dodge there?
That was the stupid dive bomb.
Ah, so you had one plane just
So
dive
I
in.
actually messed that up. So the stupid dive bomb, there's no indication that it's going to hit there. The problem is I called a recon plane in, and it was I called it right next to where that I was gonna dive bomb. So he sees that there and moves.
Very smart.
And
I would have gotten hit before.
he's being all cute there and hit his guys where I couldn't see them, so I nearly lost the squad.
Nice micro from him, using the line of sight mechanics like we just talked about. Oh shit, speaking of line of sight, he just saw something he didn't want to see over there.
Bit of an overextension.
Bit of an overextension. I think that's, Smoki's biggest problem here is that he is a bit of an overextender. Bit of an overachiever. He really wants this win. And he has really kind of pushed back your score advantage up at the top there. It was a lot different.
He's also
10 minutes ago.
really slowed the economy because he's been constantly trying to take that fuel now.
Yeah, he slowed you down, which is very important against the this particular brand of Germany.
And if you'll
always
notice,
need to fuel.
yes,
It seemed like he wanted to end it really early, but he's definitely capable of grinding it out. Like,
Oh, for sure. He's really doing a good job there, even without a lot of heavy tank support like you have.
and he did something clever there, is that he actually had an AT mine down on the fuel point while he was capping it, so that when I drove my tank up to kill his infantry there, it got hit and took engine damage.
Ah, I see. And here comes another blob of German superiority, craft beers and all that shit, rushing in to clear out this stupid dickhead squad that's been hiding next to that building. Just been, oh my god! Oh, the Katusha slaughter. Oh my god.
The humanity.
Oh, the humanity.
I think he's gonna lose the self-gun
that side hit
God,
that
into his own leg.
it feels bad, man. This brave infantry squad just straight up rushed that fucking Panther. He didn't give a flying fuck that it was a tank. Did he lose that squad? I'm hoping he did.
No, he didn't.
Oh, that's
If not, they rushed
Cancer
up.
backed up, Manny.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Scared
Oh,
of
this Panzer is fucking.
Oh, he
no
lost
fear.
he lost his self-propelled gun.
Oh, he lost his.
And the AT guns are having to reorient and can't shoot it. Just driving circles
very
around them.
micro-
Oh, one of them died.
You can't turn fast enough to hit the
Yeah, this is very, very good micro here. It's really just trying to look at the silliness. Can you edit that in? Yeah, that'd be funny. So yeah, that's really bad here. Oh wow, the return fire though.
He did have another AT gun off to the side.
Yeah.
Take a quick parting shot at you as you tried to back up there.
And he brought in an IS-2, I believe.
IS-2 is a tank assault.
Nope, it's just a big heavy tank.
Big heavy.
Shrugs off all the shots except for the elephant there.
Russian engineering strunk. It's made out of hopes and dreams of conscripts. And there are billions of those fuckers, so it is quite formidable, so I've heard. Oh man, this is a really good back and forth match. I'm glad you decided to share this with us.
I'm glad I finally had a good match. Like
Yeah,
I
and
told you
after a little
earlier,
while-
there's some popular cheese strategies going around, and whenever you like immediately counter them, it usually causes those people to leave. So I've had like a string of like 5-10 minute long games.
Game strategies that just don't work out in the first 10 minutes or you lose. I really dislike those. I mean, it's funny when you win once, but then it's not reliable. You know, it's not fun for the other player when you just quit.
Well, just all winning all the time.
It's just bad. It's just not fun to me. I don't like that style of play. This game doesn't really reward that either. It rewards the long game, and over the cornfield comes the flame tank once again. That's John sitting up there in the hill over there, being a real nuisance, pecking away at infantry squads. Not really hitting anything, but
You can't really.
his positioning on that flame tank is very good. Drew, he's kind of trying to draw your elephant out, and he did. Here comes, oh Jesus Christ!
Nearly killed it.
And he's got all the anti-tank up there on top of the hill.
Up the hill, yeah. Oh, that's a bad
See,
mess.
he's sharing his
Oh.
near to the Panzers now.
Yeah, he just rushes in here. Wow. He keeps,
I'm trying to get a flanking hit behind
He's
the
trying to get
elephant.
flanking shots on elephants.
The elephant just has so much armor that it doesn't matter.
Look at this fucker just slowly rolling out of battle, strolling out here. All your Panzer teams up.
Oh, the dive bomb.
Dive bomb crushed his other tank as your tank. Oh man, this is
One of the Panzers, his gun is destroyed. He can't do anything.
He's
Just
running.
driving into you.
For that glorious bastard that's been shooting out his MG out of the top of the And that was the classic finishing victory, I would like to say. And then we're gonna have a duke out of a big heavy tank battle here. Top of the map. Maybe not, maybe here's the back off. Man. That's our squad is standing around
And the brand new tank finally died there. But to go back to the whole veterancy thing, that Panzer right there is veterancy 2, and when it reaches veterancy 2, it gets side skirts, so it takes even less damage from the sides, and you have to flank it.
Ready for orders.
puts on its trap skirt and it fools everyone.
Yes.
Especially tank shells. Not in shape, I might add. That's how that works. Oh, traps.
That's just saving.
Oh, Katusha fire!
Shoutouts to saving.
God damn it! You were so good for 47 minutes, and then you had to say shout out to Satan, and now I can't commentate. Katusha fire lands, but doesn't really do anything.
It's not gonna do much to tanks.
It doesn't really do much to tanks. It is very scary for infantry, but the rockets don't do enough to tanks.
And also,
They're
he was so far away, it was really accurate.
really weak and inaccurate, and it fell kind of. It did create quite a few foxholes in that field there. Sure, the farmer's going to be upset about all the foxes in this field.
And now both sides are just sitting in base repairing their tanks.
Repairing tanks. So if you guys just want to,
You appear to have a whole lot more of everything, though.
yeah, oh wow.
Smoki
Looking
here.
at our army side, Smoki has really done a poor job of keeping up squads, which is something that I'm quite guilty of. I really just focus on micro, and then when I lose stuff slowly over the battle, I just don't replenish it. Or I replenish it and waste it. I mean, in valiant effort though, he's still pushing up, even though he has literally 2 squads of infantry and 1 fucking engineer squad. I respect him. I do. I respect Smoki's valiant efforts.
I probably should be pushing the win, but I'm not sure if I realized at this point that he only has 2 squads.
I don't think he's that. And yeah, from the looks of it, from your perspective, I would assume that he has more than that since he's sitting on, that close to your base.
Yes.
Man,
Just
he
going
doesn't
all
get-
in constantly.
Panzer IV
He's
is
all
ready
inning
for
with
battle.
2 vet-free squads. That's all he has. Man, that's incredible. And here comes this Vet 2 Panzer to just crush everything as fast.
He did what you wanted.
What did he do?
He built a T-34.
He built the T-34 hype.
Enemy forces
Panzer
are
will do.
attempting to capture our territory.
So if he can get that to Veterancy 1, it can actually capture points. So usually vehicles can't capture points, but certain vehicles have special abilities like when they level up.
He's doing a pretty classic strategy of taking a point and then barraging it with artillery when it gets to, tries to be
So I
retaken.
can't
But
take it back.
yeah, but he's not pushing in with anything. As you can see, there's nothing there. It was just a deterrence. It wasn't
And I got the other 2 points.
counterattack.
So
Yeah,
I
and
mean that
that-
was kind of smart because that prevents the triple cap, so it is gonna slow the gun down.
Low, in case he can come back from this. But honestly, at this point, his economy and his army size is just pathetic. And I think if you were out farther on the map, you would just immediately be able to tell.
He's managed to make it so you only have a single cap right now.
Yes.
Yeah, right now he's prevented you from
But
having.
I don't think he has anywhere to go from here.
No, as you can tell, his score is 36 to like 190 something. It's not good. It doesn't look great. It looks grim for Smoki.
Oh, that squad actually got
he
the
does.
Has to retreat.
Has to retreat. Yeah, he's done some good work here.
They crawled out of the smoke right into the machine gun.
That doesn't make any sense. They should have just fired back. But this is a video game. Oh man, yeah, he's sitting here repairing his tank. He really should he needs to push. At this point, he needs to all in, and he's got 2 points, which is great. Which is good stuff.
At this point, I think his only hope is to all in and hope you blob and misplay or something.
Yeah, and just fire his. I mean, you have
Problem
so
is-
much veterancy.
2 Panzer IVs,
He just
AT
has to,
guns, and an
since
elephant.
honestly, his best play here is to get his Katusha really close, and because you've been blobbing a bit in the past, just hope you blob and hit the blob with the Katusha and just pray.
Yeah, but the Katusha's not gonna kill the tanks, and I have one of the few tanks that can just murder these heavy tanks.
Well, yeah, but that's beside the point.
It's beside the point. I like how the Germans named all their tanks after like big scary animals: panther, elephant, tiger.
Elephants are scary. Tell us more,
Yeah.
Vince.
Elephants are scary, dude. Have you seen the tusks on those fuckers?
Wait, have
You
you
got an
seen?
elephant.
Have you heard of boat murder? Like, you guys remember boat murder?
I was gonna go with Dumbo, but
Dude, no. Elephants are scary. They didn't have to forget either. According to my third grade science teacher. I don't know if that's true. And you got the legendary tank law going on up there. Just 3 tanks just rolling in. This is
He's
classic.
got you out Capt right now.
This is like Silent Valkyrie right here. Here we go. Here we go for the win. Oh, that was really deep.
oh,
Oh, that's bad.
he's turning around too fast.
He's done really well here to sort of protect his back. This is
Oh,
a
the
really
T-34
good
is coming in from the side.
Yeah, the T-34 coming in from Pencer. That was a really good play from Smoki. Hold on.
Yeah.
This guy is a worthy opponent here. I really thought he would just break when he saw the score, and, but he's not giving
He's
up.
fighting to the end. Notice the
He is
elephant
fighting.
firing
He's
from
even
opposite
throwing the grenade. And he gets the squad wipe. That didn't matter. He's just fighting to the end. He's got 1 point. I hear a mortar whistle now, so
Yes,
someone's got mortars.
I have the mortar.
You have a mortar. Oh man.
I'm now doing the classic tactic of barraging the point so they can't take it back.
Yeah, so now it's 2 points to 1 at the top there on our victory points. Smoki's just gonna slowly get drained out in this classic German pincer
And
maneuver.
he only
How many-
has 2 squads and 3 vehicles.
If you're watching along at home, rewind the video and take a drink every time I say the word classic in this video. Counting that one. Because I'm sure I've said it like 6 times.
Retroactive
17
drinking
times.
game.
Yeah, I've actually, yeah, you're gonna have to rewatch the video, unfortunately.
We'll just take about like 7.
Let's just
Let's
re-record
just take
this.
7 drinks right now.
Yeah, re-record this, telling them about the drinking game,
And then record yourself taking 7 drinks and send it to us.
At
Send it,
our,
PO box.
at our Hotmail account.
We have a
We also
AOL
have a
online.
GeoCities website.
Oh,
And
shit.
actually, take your drunken face and put it on your copy machine and fax that right
Fax
to
that
us.
motherfucker. Yeah, if I got a fax of someone's drunken face, I'd be like, wow, 1993 sure was a great year.
Bonus points for vomit on the contact.
Yeah, try not to vomit on it. Getting a fax machine repairman out of this at this day and age is just. Shoutouts to Staples who still have fax machines.
Yeah, go to Staples and pick
You
up
can
their
you can
equipment.
use the fax machine at Staples for a fee. It's very interesting. It's
Joke's on
it'd be
them.
Like going to check your, it'd be like going to the library to check your email. Like, don't do
But
that.
Rose,
Just buy a computer.
Rose, you don't understand. Joke's on them. Our fax machine doesn't have any toner.
Oh fuck. How much is fax machine toner? Is it like more per pound than crude oil?
It's made of pressed virgin tears, so it's pretty expensive these days.
It's made of Russian tears.
If
Look at this
anything, virgin
brave-
tears have become cheaper.
What's the video?
Well, you gotta get them out of their house first.
This brave squad of conscripts.
Okay.
literally
He is so
down-
hang
Actually,
on.
Brave Squad getting crushed by a tank.
That's brutal.
So, like I said, usually they try to run out of the way of the tank. But if you like herd them around the corner, you can actually trap them up against
border collie.
a house and just crush
Yeah.
them.
It's like a border collie, but it runs on gasoline and fires explosive shots out of its mouth. Bark, bark. That's gonna be the thumbnail for this video.
Border
It's gonna be
collie
a
that-
border collie, like, I'm a fire with my laser. Katusha Barrage Hype, as he rolls his tank up into it.
So he actually did build a tank destroyer, and it's getting flanked.
Oh man,
Yeah.
it's getting flanked.
It's
And
just a
that
little
looks
bit
like
too
the-
late there.
Yeah, and this battle with the elephant, he just rushes straight forward into a elephant and two pans are forward. This is just a mistake. And you can see the fucking elephant.
There's also a package out
Yeah, is that just there?
there. And he just left.
He left the game. Well, GG
Well,
to Smoke.
Smoki's problem was he just
Too
didn't.
much.
He needs to fortify a little bit, I think.
Yeah, Smokey's problem, there's a watchable format.
I don't know what this is gonna just keep talking.
Yeah. So basically, like, what did Smokey do wrong here? I mean,
He would get rush up and get the point, and then he just couldn't hold it because he never put his guys in the right positions, or he
Highlight
never
reel.
built a sandbag,
yeah, his units were out of
and
place.
he didn't build a tank destroyer.
He didn't-
Until
he
the
never
very
built
end,
heavy
and then I flanked it.
Yeah, he never built heavy tanks. He did a bad job at holding
He
positions.
never built heavy tanks. He had 2 heavy tanks. The problem is I had an elephant.
Yeah, which is a super heavy tank. And when he would hold points, he would just take it and then run forward. He wouldn't just
You were
sit
just
there.
trying to get the next point.
Yeah, and there isn't a next point. Like, the next point is your base. So, this is Company of Heroes 2. This is a great intro to Company of Heroes 2. I hope we did a good job of explaining everything. If we didn't, let us know.
We did.
We did. We did.
Shoutouts to Staples. Sponsor us.
Yeah,
Dude,
he
free
was-
fax machine?
Fucking, where am I gonna put it? It's like the biggest machine. That's like the size of a refrigerator, like laying outside, isn't it?
I'd make room for one.
Make room for a fax machine, just like you make room in your hearts for our videos. Thanks for watching, y'all.